WGAL News 8 Today starts now.
Happy spring in a couple of hours. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Barcaro.
I'm Caitlin Smith. Yes, we learned yesterday, Christine, that it's 10:46. We got it.
And it's going to be a beautiful day today. We will see some evening showers, so let me show you what we have outside right now. Things are quiet on our Storm Team Live Radar network. It's cleared out overnight, and because of that, temperatures have finally dropped into the 30s. It's 30 in York, 33 in Lancaster. We have 35 in Lebanon and 30 in Lewistown. Our forecast today starts out with some sun, but we will see increasing clouds, thickening clouds through the afternoon, and highs around 62 degrees. So it is going to be a warmer day, warmest day of the week so far. And we do even climb higher as we head into the weekend. So we'll talk more about the evening showers today when they wrap up and what to expect Saturday and Sunday coming up.
Hi, this is Sarah with WGAL. I wanted to
You hear that hang up right there. That was Sarah Metz reaching out to JNK Salvage Yard in Spring Garden Township in York County. She called that business after the Department of Environmental Protection ordered the salvage yard to shut down, citing a flagrant disregard of laws to protect public health.
The DEP also threatening jail time for its owner, Harry Dara. All this comes a few weeks after that big fire at the scrapyard sent thousands of gallons of oil and other pollutants into the Codorus Creek. The DEP also asked Commonwealth Court to force Dara to pay more than $40,000 in civil penalties and an additional $250 each day the cleanup continues.
Governor Gov Shapiro has joined about 24 other states suing the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. The suit argues the EPA acted illegally when last month it rescinded the 2009 scientific conclusion that carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases threaten public health and welfare. This conclusion formed the legal basis for the EPA to regulate certain emissions. The lawsuit seeks to reinstate that finding. The suit could also be put together with a different case that environmental groups filed last month, and that would make it one of the largest legal challenges against the Trump administration's actions on federal climate policy. Now, the Trump administration had said that those EPA actions were to lower costs for consumers and also to boost the auto industry.
Happening today, Capital Region Water having a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate the completion of a project that could turn waste into energy. It's a $27 million project that upgraded a wastewater treatment plant in Harrisburg. The facility will now be able to turn biogas into clean, usable energy for UGI. Ribbon cutting is at 10:30 this morning at the facility on Elliott Street.
The former Gettysburg mayor, Chad Allen Carr, is out on bail this morning as he faces charges of engaging in sexual video chats with a teenage boy. Carr waived his preliminary hearing that was set for today. The borough council president is now the acting mayor and says a new mayor will be picked by the council Monday night.
We're just focused on getting that stuff done and the, timely and efficient provision of government services.
So that's the acting mayor who you just heard from there. Carr was also the sole member of the board for Gettysburg Pride, but the acting mayor tells us that work is now underway to get that organization and its events back up and running.
Well, the acting mayor told News 8 that right now there are 14 applicants to be the next mayor. All of them will have the opportunity to make a 5-minute public statement to Borough Council at their meeting Monday night. Council will then vote to pick the next mayor, and that new mayor will be sworn in immediately. There's a new substitute superintendent in the Manheim Township School District after the school board there voted to approve the resignation of its previous superintendent, Dr. Caroline Pate-Hefty. Parents, though, still questioning why that was needed. Dr. Pate-Hefty's resignation agreement states that she voluntarily was resigning for, quote, personal reasons. It goes on to say that she'll be on paid leave, getting her regular salary, which is $227,000 a year, full health care benefits, and severance payments for personal and vacation days. There's also a clause that states that no school board members shall make any disparaging remarks or derogatory statements or allegations about Dr. Pate-Hefty.
The Pennsylvania Association of School Administrators requests confidentiality language such as this when they represent superintendents in negotiating employment agreements. This is common.
I would question that a little bit more when they say it's very common, because it raises a red flag for me. If I saw that, I would wonder why somebody would want that in their contract. Especially when you've had prior experience of having some trouble at her prior school district, which was very easy to find and very well known at the very beginning.
Well, Dr. Pate Hefty's resignation agreement officially goes into effect June 30th. Dr. Martin Hudax will serve as the substitute superintendent.
Look at that. Firefighters worked for nearly an hour to remove that vehicle that crashed into a Franklin County home yesterday morning. The Franklin Fire Company says that crash happened around 10 yesterday morning along Valley Pine Court in Green Township. Firefighters say the driver was able to get out, did have some minor injuries. No one inside that home, though, was hurt.
A Lancaster County woman accused of stealing more than $700,000 from Hollywood Casino in Granville, Dauphin County, where she worked. State police charged Jennifer Petrillo, she's from Manheim, with theft and forgery. According to charging documents, Petrillo used her position to create fake accounts and issue 27 checks for more than $700,000.
Butcher's Farm Market in Perry County will close its doors next month. The owners, Mark and Stacy Butcher, say they've decided to slow their lives down and will close the market in Newport on April 25th. In a note on the website, the Butchers say they will continue to operate their family farm, raising turkeys and other crops. They also say if you do have a gift certificate, you should redeem those gift certificates before the closing date. Again, that is April 25th.